Hello.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. So let's kick off and start off by talking about a new single of yours called Are You Ready? What can you tell us about the single?
It's I went into a recording studio, a famous Londoner studio called Rack Studios, and I recorded a song called The Storm. Probably one of my favourite songs I've ever written, which comes out in probably early February. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I felt so energized, and just I decided to stay in the studio the same day, and I just cracked on till midnight, or gone midnight, and then out popped Are You Ready? I just wanted to create something, because I'm a massive fan of George Michael and Jackson and Off the Wall, those kind of sounds, and certainly like songs like Fast Love, and I wanted to create a song that had that real uplifting energy that I just felt we all needed, and just it's tough to write an uplifting track that you can live with, that you like. And it's already number 7 in the pop charts. And it's just, I'm really proud of it. It's the people are loving it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And this follows on from the release of your latest record, The Beautiful Unknown. Tell us a little bit about the record that recently dropped.
Yeah, The Beautiful Unknown is really like a bunch of songs that like hopefully pulls people away from any fear-based philosophies, and just it's an out-and-out pop record, but with a lot of soul. And it hits really hard. If you've got the album, you'll know how hard the album hits when you turn it up. It's got some of the greatest people involved, from J. Rustin Reed to Jacob Bunton to Babyface to Sterling Sound. It's really incredible with the people involved in the mixing, the mastering as well, and day by day. And it's just really my return to pop, really, where I just really falling in love with the power of pop music and what it can do, and culturally and fashion, and it's just nice to have a top 10 album with it, and also a number 1 independent album on my own label, Lewisham Records, which is now more people are getting involved with it, and there's investment, and it's going to be a bona fide independent London record label. So I'm really, I'll be one of the owners of that.
Yeah, great stuff. And what was it like writing and recording a record in such different circumstances because of the pandemic compared to when you've written and recorded before?
It was in a weird way. There was enough space to get it right, if that makes sense. It wasn't like you weren't under any time restraint, but it was very, very focused. It was almost the movie Gravity. Sometimes it was like like just alone in space in a way, and just hoping that that again, that beautiful unknown is not and choosing to actually believe that it was going to be a good space helped. And I did my Instagram lives with my fans and people that were not Matt Goss fans, and just for a year straight I didn't do music. And after doing 11 years in Vegas, 4 shows a week, 120 shows a year, I had to take a break. And then they let me know that they wanted me to come back to pop, and I sat down at my piano at about 2 a.m. and just wrote a song called Shipwreck. And I called up Babyface, who's obviously a legend in his own right, and I said, "What do you think?" He said, "Yep, let's record it." And so in LA, we just recorded Shipwreck, and that was the catalyst to a lot of things, the album and these songs, and it's just me getting back into the commercial world, right? I mean, obviously, a couple of years ago, winning the BAFTAs and the National Film Awards and stuff like that, it was a nice kind of way to come back and really enjoy it all. And then the success of the album is just the icing on the cake, which made me want to come back. And now I'm living in London now, which for the first time I've been back 9 days, so acclimating real quick.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And there's another reason why you're back in London, because you've got a busy few months ahead, appearing on Strictly Come Dancing. What was the reason behind deciding to do that?
Well, I hope it's a busy few months. I hope I get to stay in. But really, I was far too comfortable in this kind of reclusive place. I'd come in for these big shows and big events, and then obviously do my show in Vegas. When I was home, I was really rigidly home, and in my opinion, not necessarily a healthy way. And in the fact that I was just becoming too reclusive, and I spoke to the lovely folks at Strictly, and they suggested it through my agent, David, and it was just one of those moments. I was like, you know what? I want to say yes more often this year and next year. And I said yes. It seemed like a good idea at the time, and then and now it's rapidly approaching, and I have a rapid approaching fear of spandex, and and just but it's good for me. I need this in my life, and the way that I've been received by the British public has been nothing short of miraculous and kind and warm, and I feel like part of the family. It's in some ways they've seen me grow up since I was 17, but it's been a really lovely experience coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with Strictly Come Dancing on the cards coming soon, how much do you know at the moment, and have you kind of started practicing yet?
Tomorrow, my first day, in actually doing the filming of the intro and stuff, but I still don't know my partner yet. Mm-hmm. It's all very, very secretive. I mean, I was referred to as the American Bulldog in multiple emails before it was announced, so I only told a couple of people, and you kind of sworn to secrecy, and they take it seriously, as they should, and it's a very well-oiled machine, and they get it, and that's part of it. The sense of occasion of Strictly is what I think I like about it. It's like, they really are. Their production value is second to none.
Mm. Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, obviously, you've got that hopefully coming all the way up until Christmas. There might be a tour with Strictly coming next year as well. What's the plan with yourself and performing live and performing your music live?
I've just confirmed probably 3 incredible events live in the last couple of days. There's some incredible things happening live, which I can't talk about yet, but I'm very excited about them. I'm doing a movie. I've got the lead role in a movie called Cobbler, Killer Stranger. Play a very sinister character, the lead role in that. Mm-hmm. I'll be recording another album. It's like a special project, again in the new year. And it's just, we've got another single coming out after this one for Christmas, and then The Storm, the one I was telling you about before, is out end of January, beginning of February, which is one of my favourite songs I've ever written. The two after this are 2 of my favourite songs I've ever written, and we're really going for it. I mean, we've got a phenomenal new team, so there's a lot going on. It's exciting, as an artist.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Matt, it's been a pleasure having a catch up with you.
Pleasure's been mine, my friend. Have a wonderful day. Much love to you and your listeners.